Hello and welcome to Georgia Studies. Today we will be discussing Georgia's key physical features. Y'all ready for this? Here we go. We will begin with the fall line. The fall line is the line that separates the Piedmont from the coastal plain. The fall line is often referred to as the ancient shoreline because many years ago, the ocean came up to this point in Georgia. The fall line contains many waterfalls due to the hilly Piedmont region dropping off to the coastal plain region. These waterfalls make many of these rivers difficult to navigate. These waterfalls have offered sources of water and hydroelectric power to the settlers. Early colonial settlers traveled up the rivers through the coastal plain until they reached these waterfalls. There they settled these areas. That is why you will find many major cities on the fall line, such as Columbus, Macon, Milledgeville, and Augusta. Another very unique physical feature of Georgia is the Okefenokee Swamp. This swamp covers over 700 square miles in South Georgia and northern Florida and is the largest freshwater swamp in North America. The Mississippian tribe Choctaw gave the swamp its name, which means land of the trembling earth. However, the most famous tribe who lived in the Okefenokee was the Seminole. Between 1910 and 1937, Franklin Roosevelt established 80% of the swamp to be a wildlife refuge. The Okefenokee is one of the world's largest intact freshwater ecosystems and provides habitat for many threatened and endangered species. Over 600 plant species can be found in the swamp. This swamp is a key tourist attraction. Nearly 40,000 visitors travel to the Okefenokee yearly to view its wildlife and habitats. The next key physical feature we will discuss is the Appalachian Mountains. These mountains start in Georgia at Springer Mountain and travel all the way up the eastern coast of the United States to Maine. Many years ago, the Appalachian Mountains were some of the tallest mountains in the world. However, many years of erosion have weathered them. Today, the highest peak in Georgia is Brassdown Bald, which has an elevation of 4,700 feet above sea level. These mountains are important because they lie in the path of moist, warm air currents from the Gulf of America. These currents produce high rainfall patterns in the spring and summer. A key economic feature of the Appalachian Mountains is they bring in tourists from all over the world. Many people travel to Georgia to hike all, or parts, of the Appalachian Trail. Next, let's take a look at the Chattahoochee River. This river forms the border between Alabama and Georgia. This river begins in the Blue Ridge Mountains and travels all the way through Georgia to the Gulf of America. American Indians have used this long river for a food and water source. However, today, the Chattahoochee is mainly used as a water source for the people in the Piedmont. Another important river to the state of Georgia is the Savannah River. This river forms as a border between South Carolina and Georgia. This river starts at Lake Hartwell and travels all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. This river has been a source of water, food, and transportation for thousands of years. Hernando de Soto was the first European to cross the Savannah River. James Oglethorpe chose to travel 18 miles up the Savannah River to establish Georgia's first city of Savannah. Today, this river is used for transportation and a major source of drinking water for Savannah to Augusta. This river is also used to cool Georgia's nuclear power plants and to generate hydroelectric power. The Savannah is also used for irrigation of crops and recreational activities. The Barrier Islands are the last physical feature we will be discussing. These 14 islands are also known as the Sea Islands or the Golden Isles. They are a chain of sandy islands off the coast of Georgia in the Atlantic Ocean. These islands are extremely important to Georgia's mainland because they block the winds and prevent wind and water erosion. Some of these islands are wildlife refuges and national or state parks. These islands have been inhabited for hundreds of years. In the 1500s, the Spanish set up missions on the islands. During the colonial and antebellum periods, plantations were developed on the islands to grow rice and indigo. Today the island's main economic contributions are tourism, fishing, and paper industries. Teachers and students, don't forget to like the video and comment on what you want to learn next. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel to see our latest videos. See you next time.